you had a dog, didn't you?
Oh, no, I found a dog on the film.
Okay.
Would you like me to tell that story?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can give it a go if you want.
No, they, so I was staying at this sort of go-to movie guy house in Atlanta where, you know, when they showed me the house, they were like, you know, Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus just stayed here, so. Mm. And they gave me one of these, you know, which I thought was untoward. But they were very precious about the house. What I didn't realize was that there's a strict no dogs policy. And then I was going to work one morning, and there's a little dog. It's below 0. And I thought, oh, what harm can it do? And I let it in the house. When I came back from work, it was like a fecal Jackson Pollock. It was everywhere. You know what I mean? It was like, did he have help? I was like looking up, like, did he get a ladder? How is he still alive? You know? And so then I had to clean it all up, and then I had to hide the dog, and I spent like 2 weeks hiding this dog. And you know, when it was over the last day, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And actually, your driver, Bo, said that his father had just lost his dog of 16 years, and so Bo took this little dog, and he went and lived on a lake with 100 acres. And he went to, you know, literally dog. Oh. So that's a nice story.
That's a lovely story.
Yeah, it is. Talking of the Oscars, Jodie Foster nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Yay! Well done. For your work in Nyad.
Yeah.
Nyad currently streaming on Netflix. Am I right? Is this your fifth nomination?
Fifth nomination.
Fifth nomination. Wow. 2 wins, fifth nomination. And what's so lovely is you and Annette are both are, which must
I know,
be great.
together, that's a lot of fun that we get to do that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done the Oscars a number of times. And the first one, I was probably like 8 or something.
I think we've got a picture of you at the first. Is this the first one? Because I think, are you performing?
Yes, I was singing. Ooh, look, those are those terrible orange shoes. I had PTSD about the shoes. I just was like, I can't believe they're making me wear these. Yeah, orange shoes.
What were you singing? Do you remember?
Some kind of Disney song, I think. Yeah, it's pretty humiliating. I'm really glad you didn't have the tape, because that's always bad.
No, we don't. And Annette, now, have I seen you on a British talk show before?
I'm not sure that you have.
But do you in America, you must do the...
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I'm just shy, that's all.
Okay. Get that down, yeah. I found it a bit of a cure-all. And next month, 25 years of being married?
Yes.
25 years of marriage. Well done. Very good. I suppose 25 years is a huge achievement anywhere, but in Hollywood it seems like it's sort of extraordinary.
I don't know, we're given more credit. I don't know if it's more unusual in Hollywood or not. I think there's a lot of divorce everywhere.
Well, I guess we read about yours.
Yeah.
So that's right. That would be the difference. And I suppose, because I don't think I'm saying, but Warren Beatty had a certain reputation before you. So was there a lot of it will never last? Were there people kind of going, are you out of your mind?
I suppose there were people, I guess people didn't say it to me, but I suppose people thought that.
Said it to your parents?
Perhaps, yes.
We should say people shouldn't smoke.
That's true.
Just throwing it out there, BBC
Smoking
One, okay.
is not good for you.
But because you don't smoke, right?
Well, you know, they say, what is it? Animals and kids, well, you know, don't have an animal or a kid on stage because they'll upstage you.
Yeah.
Smoking, too.
Couldn't agree more.
No, bad smoking on stage or on screen is a crime.
It's the whole thing, and then knowing, it's like a choreography to know when to light it, when to drag it. Then you gotta blow it in a certain way so the smoke doesn't come like wafting in your face.
And I didn't realize that herbal cigarettes burn in a different way.
They burn so much faster.
It's awful. And they
it's
taste...
big.
Did you guys know this? I did not know this.
Yeah. It's too fast. It's big plumes of...
So much smoke.
And you're just like, what's going on? And so what I did was, because I knew it was gonna be a big thing, so I just said to the prop guy, I said, listen, I'm gonna slide in some real ones in this pack. don't tell anybody.
They'll smell it straight away, though.
They did.
Yeah.
But
So, obviously, Emma, you must trust Yorgos Lanthimos a lot.
Very much. I do. We've now done 4 films together. Oh, look, it's us.
Hey.
It's the 3 of us. That's sweet. We've now done 4 projects together. Poor Things was our 3rd, and we had been talking about it since we finished making The Favorite in 2017. So it took about 4.5 years to all come together. So, and I was a producer on Poor Things. So there was a lot of discussion. It's based on a book by Alistair Gray, and Tony McNamara, who wrote The Favorite, wrote Poor Things. And so, you know, I loved them both. I had worked with them both before, and then we had these incredible actors join, and unbelievable production design and costumes and all of these, you know, fantastical elements. And so, yeah, I just really trust that he's going to execute something unique and just pretty remarkable.
And because as a first-timer with him, Mark, was it just a complete leap of faith? You just kind of got, OK.
Yes, I mean, I knew his movies, and I saw how wild they can be. But I had no idea it was going to be what it ended up being, and it was just so much fun and wild and completely bonkers.
And, Mark, a British accent. Have you done a British accent before?
No.
So was that a big...
It was... I worked with a photographer today, and he said, "What about that accent?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's probably not the best British accent." And he's like, "You're the one who said it."
Wow. Right?
Oh,
that's a photographer. This is a chat show host. It was the best I've ever heard.
thank you.
This film, it's a passion project, but it also kind of fell into your lap.
Yeah. I always loved conducting, and Steven Spielberg was going to do the project. And then he talked to me about maybe just being an actor in it. And then he decided not to do it. And I said, you know, I really would love to take it over if it's possible. And then, and I met with the family, the 3 children. And luckily, Carrie was, I asked her to do it way before I even wrote the script. So that was amazing.
And I have to say, as a director, you do treat your cast well because you allowed Carrie to gallivant off and make another film in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah, the great Saltburn, which Carrie was so good in. You are really funny in it. Really, really funny. I mean, that must be... I love that life of an actor, that you could be Felicia one day and then be doing this the next.
Poor dear Pamela.
And in the movie, there's this Korean concept. I'm probably saying it, Inyeon.
Inyeon.
Inyeon. So describe Inyeon to us.
Inyeon is this Korean idea of a deep connection you can have with someone over possibly multiple lifetimes. But it's actually something where, like, now we have Inyeon, because we're sitting here on this couch together with you, and you can also have Inyeon with an object. You know, like, maybe I have Inyeon with your scarf, Miriam, and now that we are...
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Totally, like, speaking my language.
Yeah, right. Oh, wait, because you're into this.
I hang out with trees and stones.
Okay.
I'm into it.
And is the idea so you'd be drawn to Miriam's scarf because you had encountered Miriam's scarf somewhere else?
In another lifetime. Maybe Miriam's scarf and I had a different encounter elsewhere.
It sounds like a Smith song. Miriam's scarf.
Miriam.
I'm so glad I brought it today.
It asked you. Bring me. I was watching the speech you gave, Bob, at the Tisch School of the Arts. You gave a kind of graduation speech.
Yes.
And in that, you were talking about that even you know, you got recall of your first, was it Bang the Drum Slowly, your first kind of big movie?
In some ways, yes.
But big for you. But they tortured you with the number of auditions.
Well, I auditioned 7 times. First for the director for the first one part, and then the part I finally got later for about 2-3 times, then 4 times or so for the second part for the director, the producer and his wife. It was a whole thing. But you know, as an actor, sometimes that does happen, and you just gotta not take it personally and just keep going.
And the speech was great that you gave to the students at Tisch. And the nice people at Tisch have allowed us to show just a little clip. So imagine, here you are, you're a young arts graduate, aspiring to a creative life in the arts, and oh my God, here is Robert De Niro. What profound words of encouragement will he give us? Here we go.
Dean Green, deans, university leadership, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and the 2015 class of New York University's Tisch School of the Arts. Thank you for inviting me to celebrate with you today. Tisch graduates, you made it. And you're fucked.
The parents were thinking, but we spent so much on this. Hey, we've got lots of things to talk about tonight, so let's begin with Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction. It is Oscar nominated for supporting actor. The lead, Jeffrey Wright, he's nominated. And that's a first, is it?
It is. It's the first time that two black men from the same film have been nominated for Best Lead and Supporting Actor. So, yeah.
Wow.
A little bit of history.
It's such a great kind of... It's funny, it's thought-provoking. Also up for Best Picture, Adapted Screenplay, Original Score. I mean, this is big.
We got 5, yeah.
And this is such a sweet spot, I think, because, you know, your work has been recognised, which is great, and it's before the actual... the night.
Right.
So it's just all to enjoy now.
Yeah. There's no losing yet. Yeah. it'll happen in its own due time. Coleman will probably win. I know that I'm not going to win.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm fine with it.
know that.
Totally fine with it.
You
guys, totally fine with it.
Guys, don't fight.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. is gonna win. And he's incredibly deserving. He's an incredible actor. Like, you should give him love. And the fact that I get a chance to be nominated along with him and Mr. De Niro and Ryan Gosling and Ruffalo, I'm just happy to be in the room.
Yeah, on the night, this will all be very humble, but... I can't believe I won. And Coleman, you... So were you watching the announcement or not?
I was sort of listening to the announcement. My husband was, had the feed on, and I was like, I'm just gonna go into the bathroom. At first, I was cleaning up some shelves or something. This is 5:30 in the morning. I didn't know what I was doing. But I just wandered into the bathroom, and then I got a text from my manager who said, "Congratulations, Oscar nominee." And literally, I just put the phone down because the feed was coming in late, and I looked over at my husband, and then Bradley Cooper's name came, and then my name came. So I'm looking at him. And I already know. And then he hears my name, he bursts into tears, and lays on the floor. And then I think I realized that's what I should do, I guess. I didn't know what I should do. I was just shocked. I was like, oh, and I put the phone down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, before you were just cleaning up shelves? Is that what you said?
At 5:30?
Yes, but...
Making room for an Oscar.
Because it was so early and my body just woke up even if I didn't want to wake up. You know what I mean? Are you cleaning right now?
No, I'm cleaning like you. I was like, it's 5:30. And then I get the phone. Oh, that's good.
So our filthy set.
To distract yourself, right?
Yeah. Now, one of the things I think that attracted you to this film, Robert, is your home life. Animals. Is it a farm you have?
We wound up inheriting what was an old dog and horse rescue.
Oh, I see.
Up there in Malibu Way. And then there was all these empty stables, and I can't stand negative space. Plus, I'm a softie at heart, and there's a lot of rescue...
So are these all rescues?
Largely,
So
yes.
we've got some llamas.
Yes.
There's
Madre, and that is Fuzzy on the left.
Were they rescued from a hairdresser's?
They were rescued from I needed sweaters.
I think she's gone too short, myself.
She's the alpha. Don't mess with her.
And then you've got these lovely cows.
We do. Those are Oreo cows. I saw some in Richmond, and then they said they had them up in Santa Barbara. I said, give us a couple.
Belted Galloways, I believe they're called.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go.
Hugh Laurie, ladies and gentlemen.
Cow expert.
I sit corrected.
Belted Galloway's Oreo cows is cute.
Is better.
If
It's
you're,
probably better.
yeah, if you're 6, that's how you learn.
Yeah, that's an Oreo cow. But then you've got some very ordinary things. You've got some chickens knocking around.
Yes, that's Bert up front.
Oh. No, you don't know the names of chickens. Okay. Then, now, goats, I feel, are hard to keep. These do
Yes.
that looks like...
That's Trigger and Memo. They are pygmy goats, and they are also brother lovers.
Oh,
yes.
How very modern.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Do these come in the house?
Not when they're active.
Okay. Is this Trigger or Memo, this one?
Oh, my God. That is our newest one, and his sweet name is Flash. And he's a real rescue.
Because he looks like he's possessed by the devil. And then you have one of the most relaxed cats I've ever seen. To the point of...
That's Montgomery, named after your great general.
That's amazing. He's sort of more of an ointment, really.
Yes,
He's melted.
I know.
The cat is melted.
Yes, he's heavily sedated there.
Is it true that Emily Blunt did break your spirit?
It was a particularly hard day, I will say.
No.
It was a very hard day.
We were in the drop ship. No, she didn't break my spirit. But there was that moment where I went...
Basically, we're in this drop ship set. I don't know if you've seen the trailer. We're being dropped out of this ship in our exosuits, and it was a tiny set. They'd made the set really small. It was kind of like as big as a sardine can, and we're all in there. It's so hot in there. There's no air in there. Camera crew are, like, bumping into us, and we're hanging in the exosuits in harnesses, so, like, the entire weight of you and your suit is, like, on your groin, and, like, people are miserable. People are just, like, hanging like this, just waiting for them to shout action. And Tom, that insatiable positivity, I can just see it just starting to unravel. You know? And he was pouring with sweat. I remember looking at him and he was like, guys, please roll. Please roll. And I just looked at him and I just went, oh, this sucks, like that. And he looked at me and he goes, it's a challenge.
I thought, because you know what? If I start complaining, it's on. If I start going down, it's on.
Yeah, and I went, Tom, it sucks. And he went, okay, fine. I got an okay, fine. That was it.
Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's get the shot.